You are required to put a chart in your paper, and you will find these in your Business Communications book, Chapter 9. I just wanted to clarify when to use what type of chart. So the line is used when you're trying to evaluate information over long periods of time. Bars are used for comparisons mostly, and pies are percentages that make up a whole. So often you'll find financial information broken into pies, this percent from this country, this percent from that country, etc. Don't forget, you could also use maps, but there's a key to presenting each of these, and it has a lot to do with much as we did with the integrated quotes, so that's why I put it with this PowerPoint.
So, how are you going to use charts in your paper? Well, the reason I decided to include charts in this segment is that, like quotes, you can't just plop them down nakedly. You must indicate, draw your reader's attention to the point that you think it makes. For instance, I did a citation of my references from Google. I researched Google, and they had some cool charts, and this is where I got it. By the way, if it's a PDF, which this was, I ended up having to use the Take Snapshot feature so I could paste it into my Word document. And this is what it looked like. Pretty cool. And if you can't read those numbers, it goes from 09 to 11, and it's quarterly. And what it demonstrates as soon as you look at it, to me, is that even though the rest of the world was suffering financially, Google just keeps going up and up and up with their revenues. So, since I can't have a naked chart, I asked myself, what point do I think it makes? What do I want to make with this? Visuals only support what you're saying. They don't stand alone. So I told you, I thought it said it shows increase in profit, even though financial situation for the rest of the world and most companies was dire. So I would write something like, despite the economic woes that plague the world, Google continues to increase profits as indicated in the chart below. So now, how do I cite it? Well, I look at my references, and whatever's sticking out in the years, what I will use. If I write what I wrote, then at the end of what I wrote, I can do this. Use what's sticking out, investors, and the year, 2012, so they know where I got that chart, and they can find it for themselves.
Okay, you're ready to wrap this up. What are you doing in your business report? You know there will be no naked quotes. You are going to have to introduce them somehow, preferable to paraphrase and sum up each point and give your evaluation of it. But either way, you will need to do in-text citations, which come directly from your references, whatever's sticking out plus the date. And I've asked you to direct attention to the point that you're making with your charts so that there will be no naked charts either. You have an outline provided. Your first draft will be due next week in workshop, and we'll want to do that early in the week, so you should start writing now. And then you will, in week 7, learn about talking headers, which you can't construct until you do your draft, so that you know what points you are making. And we'll also do a direct memo of transmission, which also has to incorporate the upshot of your paper. So you're ready.